Dude, I don't know why you're coughing. You didn't even pull the carb. Premature inhalation.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Premature Inhalation on the station that's sweeping the nation, RenegadeRadio.com. My name is Mario Z. I'm going to be your host for the show, and we've got 20 minutes of rapid-fire radio coming your way to fill those ear holes. I'd like to give a big thank you to Charlie Renegade and the entire Renegade Radio family for having us and giving us a new home on the most 420 friendly station on the internet, RenegadeRadio.com. But before we get started, it's time to pay some bills.
Where's my money, bitch? I ain't gonna keep asking nice!
Got kids, irritable bowel syndrome, or just eat a giant bowl of chili? Sammy's Septic Tank and Pool Cleaning Service is here to help. Now proudly offering 2 separate trucks to meet your needs. Got a floater? Call us over. That's Sammy's Septic Tank and Pool Cleaning Service, where we deal with shit so you don't have to. And now that we know that they're going to keep the lights on, it's time to find out what's going on around town, cuz
it's news! Sort of.
Republicans suck. Democrats suck. I think we can all agree that just about anybody associated with our government right now sucks. The only good thing that has come out of our government recently is that they're allowing states to finally legalize pot. Although we have to fight tooth and nail for that, but I don't understand why. You know, alcoholics go home and beat their kids, and the worst a pothead's going to do is ask you if you're going to eat that. Or is it? Seems like a group of unsavory stoners here in Las Vegas are trying to fuck everything up for everybody else. The title of this article is Police Respond to Pot Dispensary Robbery at 420, which I thought was kind of awesome just by itself. But it turns out that the security company was monitoring this dispensary called the Blackjack Collective, located on 1860 Western Avenue, which I got to say is probably one of the most unimaginative stoner names ever. I would have said something like Silver State Stoners or something like that. But anyways, so a vehicle pulls up and 3 men jump out with crowbars, and the security company sees them going in and coming out. And it turns out that there was a security guard in there who took a shot at one of these guys with a shotgun and completely missed. Like, how do you miss with a shotgun? Like, I try to take a piss when I wake up in the morning and everything goes everywhere. I don't miss anything, which I'm assuming is like the same action as a shotgun might have. Anyways, everybody fled the scene. 3 on foot and the guy in the car drove away. They ended up catching all of them. They caught the 3 guys that ran away, 1 close by. 2 of them were almost down to the 15th freeway, which if you don't know is about a mile or 2 away. And the 4th guy was caught at a routine traffic stop because he still had the packages from the dispensary sitting on his seat, which just goes to show
marijuana affects the memory.
Now, anybody who isn't a feminist can agree that sex is a great stress reliever. On top of burning massive calories, it releases endorphins that make you feel euphoric. And Joseph Martinez of Las Vegas, Nevada knows exactly what I'm talking about. Mr. Martinez was caught having sex with a woman in the bushes located at a Place for Miracles church. The couple were found by a gentleman who was walking his dog who called police. Now, what Martinez didn't know was that his partner was dead and had been for 2 to 4 hours prior to Martinez giving her the business. A fact that he learned when the pastor of the church informed him that she was dead. I don't know if he was praying for a miracle himself, but doesn't look like he's going to be raising anybody from the dead anytime soon. Now, once the police got there, Martinez was smart enough to lawyer up because Las Vegas actually has some of the strictest laws in the country for necrophilia. He can get up to a life sentence. So he was actually charged with unlawful penetration of a dead body, which makes me wonder why the word unlawful would even have to be there. Is there a lawful way to penetrate a dead body? I don't know. But right now he's waiting at jail, hoping that the next time he has sex isn't with his new boyfriend. So make sure you hold on to the soap, buddy. And that does it for this week's installment of
It's News! Sort of.
All right, that does it for the morbid and weird part of the show. Coming up a little bit later on in the show, I've got an interview with one of my best friends and one of the biggest Vegas entertainers out there, Mr. Joe Trammel. But first, it's time for some tunes. This next song that I've got coming up for you guys right now is from a group called Team Sleep. For those of you who don't know, it's a group started by lead singer of the Deftones, Mr. Chino Moreno. Team Sleep is one of his side projects, and they're absolutely phenomenal. The only way that I could describe this song is liquid music. Hope you all enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ever Foreign Flag. All right, welcome back to Premature Inhalation on RenegadeRadio.com, everybody. Mario Z here. You just heard Ever Foreign Flag by Team Sleep. Probably my favorite song to have been written by this band. If you get a chance, make sure you check them out. But now, just so nobody thinks that I have no friends, I actually brought my best friend into the studio here with me. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Joe Trammel. Oh my God, he's so awesome!
Mario, morbid news and Joe Trammel. You're getting off to a good start.
Absolutely. I feel like it's all on the same level. All right.
Perfect.
Now, so for anybody who's listening who doesn't get out to Vegas very often, I mean, a lot of people don't know that you've been performing in Vegas for what, like 20, 25 years now?
Yeah, let's see. I'm 27 now. Started when I was 2. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, about 25 years.
I think you smoked too much before the show. No, but I mean that's a long ass time. I mean, and when you started off, you were like a headliner, like right off the bat. You didn't even have to work your way up in this town, really.
Well, either way you look at it, you're always working your way up,
right?
Regardless if but I did kind of feel like I started at the top, but it was, I had to build something up to get to that point.
Right, to build the
Before I
name
got
and
here.
everything. Right.
It was a dream come true. Yeah, it was the show Splash at the Riviera. Jeff Kutesh brought me in. I paid my dues. I was a break dancer for many years. That's how I met Jeff, because he's had a tremendous dance show there at the Riviera for so many years. And then I got into comedy, and I paid my dues in the comedy clubs. And then Jeff ended up seeing me at the San Diego Improv and offered me a job to come to Splash as an act, marquee act in the show. So it didn't happen overnight. It may have looked like it did to Vegas, but I had paid my dues. But it was great.
Right. Now, you said it was a really crazy story, the way that you decided to join Splash. Why don't you tell everybody who's listening how that came about?
Okay, well, like I said, I'd paid my dues, in the comedy clubs and on the circuit. Worked for, just about anybody. You know how it is.
Right.
We'll
gotta get work.
We'll go anywhere and everywhere just to get our time.
We're whores to start off with. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You got to get your 10,000 hours in, right?
Amen, brother.
You got to master this shit.
Absolutely.
So, I spent, a few years on the circuit, and I did get lucky on the circuit where I moved up quickly to headliner status and ended up in the at the time the Improv, as you very well know, still
Still a big name in comedy.
club, yeah.
Absolutely.
That was the biggest, and so I kind of worked my way up to that, and was working with a very talented group of guys, Todd Glass. The list goes on. David Spade was part of the Tempe Improv. Pablo Francisco. These guys are all extremely
Heavy hitters.
heavy hitters, and I was lucky enough to be able to work around such great talent, people that didn't just care about themselves, and they weren't just out there. I feel, especially in this town, if I can be honest, my God, everybody's just so out for themselves, and stabbing people in the back and dog eat dog and step over somebody on the way up. But I worked with a group of people that believed in their talent enough where they didn't have to step on anybody else, and we just grew together. That's
something that we're missing in the entertainment industry now.
Right.
Everything's about competition, and my tweet's got more retweets than your tweet.
Right. Yeah. We didn't tweet then. We tweaked. We didn't tweet. So anyway, it came to the point where we did a triple headline show for the Improv in San Diego, and it was held over for almost a year. It was like, I forget, it was like just short of a year. And Jeff Kutesh had seen me, and we were in contact, and I received the contract to go to Splash, to be an act in Splash. At the same time, I was receiving contract, from the Improv that was, ready to, just give me all the dates I ever wanted.
Right.
Everything. Just 52 weeks out of the year, just boom,
It's a dream come true.
Yeah, so the story goes, and of course you've heard it. The condo for the San Diego Improv was like right there off the beach. As a matter of fact, it's right where Roberto's started. Roberto's is real big out here. It was just a little taco stand. It was wrapped around the building. We couldn't wait to get our burritos after the show, and we go out to the beach and grab a 6-pack or whatever, and go out there and eat our burritos and just chill out and write material and stuff. And I had these 2 contracts, and I was with my buddies. So what I ended up doing with the contracts, because I was 50-50, I was really in love with the Improv and the idea, and that it was everything I was working for. But at the same time, I grew up around Vegas my whole life with my family and everything, and I knew that Splash was a
Great opportunity.
Great opportunity for acts. I mean, every act in the world wanted to. It was it's a status symbol at the time as an act, and so I just took both contracts and I crumbled them up and I threw them out in the ocean, and whichever one came back and the one I grabbed was the one I pulled up, and it was Splash.
And the rest is history.
And I signed it after it dried off. Anyway, after everything dried off, so to speak, the next day I sent my contract out to Jeff, and the rest is history. And I've had a great career here. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I mean, you've worked with just about everybody here in Vegas. You and I have gone to a couple events together, and it's like, I can't go anywhere with you without like 50 people saying, "Hey Joe, how you doing?" So like, out of all the years of
You still alive?
that's a different interview. We'll talk about that another time. But I mean, with all the people that you've gotten to work with, I mean, you've got some awesome names under your belt. Who's somebody that you really like enjoyed working with and would like to work with again?
I mean, I to be honest with you, Mario, you know, working with, you know, I got a chance. I'm throwing an old name out there, you know, but I had an opportunity to work with Andy Williams, you know, who wrote The Godfather and Moon River and all these things, you know, from the, you know, he's
beautiful music.
Yeah. I did get an opportunity to work with him, and I thought, oh, this is going to be really weird, you know, because, you know, it just seemed
it's
like
Andy Williams.
It just seemed like a completely different audience, but he picked me personally. He saw the show. A show that I did for 10 years here was The Ultimate Variety Show.
Right.
He saw me in that show, and I was able to do a couple seasons with him. And to answer your question, I'd love to work with him again, although, you know.
Unfortunately.
I can't. You
Rest
know.
in peace.
But my God, I've had a chance to work with so many great people. There's just no way I could, you know, just put one name in it. You know, I worked with Wayne Newton. We did a series on E, and love to work with Wayne anytime again. Well, I mean, what a monster this guy is. I mean, he's
the biggest icon
on every level, and just what a great human being too. So, you know, I'd love to work with Wayne. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, man. All right, well, unfortunately we're out of time for right now, but we'll definitely have Joe back for a longer interview again. I know that you've got a couple projects in the works right now. Make sure you look for him either here in Vegas or on TV, because if there's anything that we've learned about Joe Trammel is you never know what he's going to be doing next. So thank you so much for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Mario. Appreciate it, man.
All right. All right, everybody, that does it for our very first episode of Premature Inhalation. Yay! Thanks for everybody who tuned in. This is, like I said, this is the start, so we can't go anywhere but up from here. If you guys want to call in and talk to us, don't, because this shit's pre-recorded. But if you want to drop us a line, talk about, if you want to give us something to talk about, give us some kind of music you want to listen to, please feel free to email us at prematureinhalation@gmail.com. That's prematureinhalation, one word, @gmail.com. Now we're going to go ahead and finish off the show with a song that I wrote. I feel like I didn't get a lot of an opportunity to tell you guys about myself, and I think this song will kind of do that for me. And if you're wondering what kind of an asshole plays his own music on his radio station, well, it's me. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night.
Next guy coming to the stage. He's been touring all over the country as well. I've just been really lucky with all these great comics that are showing up tonight. Please give it up for Mario Z!
All right, South Point Casino, how you guys doing tonight? Guys having a good night so far? All right. I like the energy here tonight. Some people have seen me already, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I've got some new stuff for you guys, but for everybody who's here for their first time, I kind of want to introduce myself a little bit. So I'm going to take you guys way back, and I want to sing you guys a song about the first time I ever got a girl home. The song is called Soulmate. With no one there beside me that I can call my own. Sometimes we all need someone there to make us feel wanted, to show us that they care. The choice is mine to change my life, I'm gonna make that call. In 3 to 5 business days I'll have my blow up doll. I'm excited, guys. I hope she has soft lips that she will wrap around my dong, and big old giant titties I can play with all night long. I hope that all her no-no parts are really, really tight. And I don't care if she comes in black or white. Because racism sucks, you guys. She showed up on my doorstep in a little cardboard box. Thank God no more jerking it into my brand new socks. Ripped the package open, she was dressed up like a nurse. But before I could get blown, I had to blow her first. 'Cause I'm a fucking gentleman, ladies. I'll take her to the bedroom, throw her on the bed. I can tell by her expression that she wants to give me head. I know she likes it dirty and I'll mount her like a horse. How the hell was I to know she wasn't reinforced? So I guess she's Chinese. She's always in the mood and she will never talk back. She'll make me feel just like a god when we're in the sack. She'll never do the dishes, that's okay, I will not mind. Cause when I get home, she'll let me do her from behind. Do her from behind. And suddenly I feel her going limp, and I wonder if she wants me to stop. I hope not. I want to push a little harder, but I think I heard a pause. She used to be in the mood to always please me. Oh God, what have I done? It's just cannot be. Now she's all deflated. But that's okay, because you see, for $5 more, got the extended warranty. They'll replace her for free. God bless America, guys.